Hi there, I'm Ben and welcome to part 9 of my full platinum walkthrough for God of War 3. Right, so we had just entered the start of the labyrinth at the end of the last video. From now on until when we leave the labyrinth, which is in about 30 minutes, we cannot die or fail. This is for the Enemeis trophy. I'm not going to lie, the labyrinth is tough, but luckily there is a workaround if you die. I tried it on my practice run and it still works. If you die or fail, which means Pandora dies, don't restart the checkpoint. Instead, choose to exit to the main menu. From there, load up the last quick save. This will start you off roughly where you died, but it won't count your death. If you do accidentally choose restart checkpoint when you die, the run is a failure and you'll have to reload the save we made at the start of this video. We'll be getting 4 trophies during this part of the playthrough. The story trophy Rescue Me for saving Pandora. You'll get this about halfway through the labyrinth. Amazed, which is for completing the labyrinth without dying or failing. Maxed Out, which is for fully upgrading all weapons, and the story trophy 3 Wise Men. You aren't going to see me get the first 3 trophies as my capture software had a fit and didn't record it properly. It missed the first 20 minutes or so instead I'm using the footage I captured from the PS4 itself. It's always good to have a backup. Thank God the PS4 has its own inbuilt capturing. That's also why the footage may look a little different, the quality isn't as good. This is especially annoying as I managed to get through the labyrinth first try on this run. I will let you know when the trophies are supposed to pop. Okay, so the labyrinth is made up of many rotating rooms that either contain enemies, as you can see, or a puzzle. The next room we go into will be the first puzzle. This is the first puzzle room. There's a hidden chest to the left as you enter. Be sure to open it. Use the Ice Storm switch to rotate the room to the right, and once you have rotated it, there are 2 more chests. You'll have to open them one at a time to avoid the flames. The flames will instantly kill you. After you've opened them, climb up the left side and quickly move to the front of the moving block. Again, if the flames hit you, you will die, so you're going to have to make sure you time it right. After that, it's just a case of climbing to the top and using the switch. Just mind you don't get crushed at the top and you'll be fine. Another rotating room now. Firstly, get the red chest on the right, then drag the block near the switch so it falls all the way to the bottom when you rotate the room. Use the switch, then drag the block so it will land on the upper platform when you rotate the room back again. After rotating the room back, drag the block onto the pressure plate and leave the room. Right, so this is probably the most difficult room, but that's only if you treat it as a normal fight. It's not. The floor is made up of 4 square sections that spikes will come out of. They will only come out of 2 sections at a time, so 50% of the floor will still be safe. If you get hit by the spikes, you will die instantly. This also can be said about your enemies. So basically all you'll be doing is herding the enemies onto the spikes. The floor gives you a warning when the spikes are about to come up, so you can get the enemies to follow you onto the dangerous area, then dash jump out of it, leaving them stranded. Eventually all 4 sections will come up at once. At this point a harpy will appear. Make sure to grab it using L1 circle. The room will rotate and you'll have a fresh bunch of enemies to kill. Use the same tactic until the room threatens to rotate again. Jump to the harpy and then leave via the gap on the right once it's done so.
What has he done?
He told me to never talk to you again. He told me if I did, he'd hurt you the way he hurt my father.
He won't.
He told me he would kill you.
He can't. We must leave this place.
Come, I can show you the way.
Okay, at this point now we'll be getting the story trophy, Rescue Me. Ping!
Kratos, help me up! This way!
This next room contains a fight and a puzzle. The fight is simple enough, it's just sentries and a Gorgon. Obviously target the Gorgon first, allowing you to make short work of the sentries.
No! Careful, Kratos! Look out, Kratos!
After the fight is done, use the switch and rotate the room. Climb round to the other side and use the switch as quickly as possible or Pandora will die, resulting in a failure. Once safe, you'll see me do a bit of upgrading. Make sure you're doing it too. If you have a similar amount of orbs to me, you should be able to get the maxed out trophy once we leave the labyrinth. This room is another instance where Pandora can die. Before anything though, get the hidden chest to the right before the timer starts. Once you pull out the box Pandora's in, Pandora's box, will fill up with water. Climb up and jump to the other side. Grab the gate there and climb around the new block that appears and then use the switch on top. Once you use the switch, quickly climb back round before you get crushed. Then climb along the grates at the back. For this next part, you'll want to wait until the spiked block is at the bottom, then race to the top and get to safety. Use the switch up here, then free Pandora.
I'm ready. This way. Thank you, Kratos.
Our journey is far from over, Pandora. By its end, you will not be thanking me.
I know I look it, but I'm not a child, Kratos. I've seen many terrible things. I'm not afraid. I understand what lies ahead. I saw Zeus torture my father. I saw him beaten because of me. I should have helped him, but I was afraid.
Hephaestus did what every father should do. Protect his child.
No! It's all my fault. I failed him because of fear. Fear is its own kind of darkness. In that darkness, I heard what the gods said about me. They called me a monster.
Words mean nothing.
Perhaps. But in their words, I heard fear. The fear of an ash-covered warrior. The fear of you. As the fear in the gods rose, mine was replaced by hope.
Hope is for the weak, Pandora.
Hope is what makes us strong. It is why we are here. It is what we fight with when all else is lost.
This is what hope delivers, child. You should learn that now.
Right, this is the last room of the labyrinth, and it's going to be one hell of a fight. It's actually a really enjoyable fight. I would actually advise sticking with Smashy Smashy Lion Fist for this one. The blue shield sentinels appear quite often, so you'll need to take care of those anyway. The rest of the enemies are wraiths, minotaurs and sirens. Make sure to use finishing moves on the sirens and minotaurs to fill up on your magic and health bars respectively. The most important thing to do in this fight is to keep your wraiths and sirens in check. If a wraith goes underground or a siren floats up, drag them back into the fight using L1 and circle. Use as much magic as you see fit, but maybe save your Rage of Sparta for the fight after this one. Once they're all dead, open up the 2 chests, then use the switches to escape. Once you reach the top of the lift and are back outside the labyrinth is when the enemeis trophy should pop. It's around 25:39 on this video. If for any reason it doesn't, reload the manual save we made right at the start of this video and you'll have to try again. You should have the enemeis trophy at this point. There are actually 3 hidden chests on the top of the labyrinth. Make sure you open them all if you need them. I'm about to get the maxed out trophy in a moment and you should be able to as well. Okay, so now I have enough red orbs, I'm going to fully upgrade all weapons and items. You shouldn't be far off from being able to do this yourself now as well. Like the previous 2 trophies, this one isn't going to show up either, but I get it once I fully upgrade the Head of Helios. I will still be showing a few more hidden chests, so plenty more orbs coming up if you need them. They're actually chests we've already opened in the game. There's another quick flying part now, then it's probably the most difficult fight in the game.
The chain, Kratos. My father once told me it maintains the balance of power within Olympus. Break the chain to raise the labyrinth.
Wait here.
This fight is actually fairly simple on paper, it's just a Cerberus and 2 Satyrs. But my god are they a bad mixture. First off, the Cerberus will be spitting little hellhounds at you. Equip the gauntlets and try and stay behind him. The dog he spits out will explode, you'll have to constantly be dodging. Damage it enough and a circle prompt will appear. Don't use magic or Rage of Sparta for this first part. We'll need them later on. At this point you'll rip one of its heads off, but that doesn't stop the Hellhounds from appearing, and now there's a Satyr that joins the fight. Now's the time to use the Rage of Sparta and attack the Cerberus. You want to make that second circle prompt appear as quickly as you can. After it's lost a second head, switch to the Blades of Exile and use all the magic you've got to kill the Cerberus off. The final finishing move will reward you with health orbs, so make sure you do it. If you're lucky, the army of Spartan magic moves finished off the Satyrs as well, but probably not. Kill them by any means necessary to finish the fight. They should be heavily weakened. Once the fight is finally finished, jump over to the left to find 3 chests. We've got these previously, but they are closed again now and contain a lot of red orbs. Up here we're going to ignore all the enemies and just smash the blue crystals on the back of the judges' heads. Start with the leftmost one and work your way around. For this final one you'll have to use the vines at the back to jump down. Blinding the enemies first can help here, but you'll have to be careful on the way back up. Now at this point I forgot about the portal to the left here. You can use it to get back to the lower area. I use the portal in the centre, it doesn't really make much difference really. Once back down there, smash the chain. There'll be a small flying section, a cutscene, then you'll climb back up to Olympus. And in the meantime you'll also get the story related trophy 3 Wise Men.
Zeus knows I've escaped! Hurry! I can hear him! He's near! Please help me, Kratos! Hurry! Kratos! Help me! Hurry, Kratos!
Pandora! Pandora! Athena?
It's all right, Kratos.
Remember your purpose, Spartan. Remember why you have come so far. Prepare yourself, Spartan. You know what you must do.
I will raise the labyrinth. I will take her where she belongs.
Okay, so just before we go up the stairs and finish the video at the checkpoint, I'll show you a nice little stash of chests. It's at the back of the area next to the chain. Again, we've already opened all of these chests previously, but now we have the gauntlets, we have access to another 2 chests as well. So you'll find 6 chests in here in total. That should be more than enough to help you finish your upgrading, and hopefully you can, because there's just the final boss fight left now, so it's your last chance. Right, I finished this video once I go up the stairs, so I'll leave it here. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in part 10.